Hello YouTube, my name is Zadarkus and today I bring to you another game of me playing Aniva in the mid lane. It's been a while since I uploaded a full ranked game commentary and I wanted to share with you this one that was really tasty. We gotta say that Aniva is still Aniva, and in the right hands, hail Frogan, she is deadly. I was playing mid lane, as you can see in my team. I had a Lee Sin in the jungle, Karim in the top lane, Caitlyn and Braum in my bot lane. I know that I was playing against Ahri, and we shall see in a second the rest of the enemy team. I don't know it now by the head because it's been some days since I played this game actually. Now, as you can see, level 1 as Aniva, I picked my Q, a Doran ring and some HP potions. Running the 2109 mastery page for the little extra mana on my pots, and using all my skills on smart cast, but not the wall, meaning I use the wall of Aniva, my W, as a normal cast spell, so I can see, so I can place the wall exactly how I want. Now the matchup Aniva against Ahri. In most cases Aniva should win against Ahri. Not in the early level, since Aniva is really squishy and she needs to build up some stats. Her base damage with the E and the Frost is actually pretty high, but you do need some base stats to help you deal that extra burst you want as Aniva, and your ultimate helps you out a lot. Ahri can poke you out a little bit in the early game, but you should be able to win against her in most cases scenario thanks to your insane burst. You can see me here kinda messing up the early game, already losing my egg, but landing a nice Q stun with the E on her, which made her become really low. As you can see, the base damage being really high. Now, no mana to fight back, she is forced to flash. I was out of range to kill that. I could have flashed and maybe ignite her, but I'm pretty good. I'm okay with the assist, knowing that for the next laning phase I have my ignite and my flash up, while Ahri doesn't have her flash, giving me the advantage. Now my first time B, I always at least want to be able to buy the tier of the goddess when I go back the first time, so I can start stacking really easily and really fast early on the game. In this case I picked up boots. I want some mobility against Ahri, since she's a really mobile champ, and I want to be able to dodge her Q projectile directory. Basically, even if I get hit the first time, I want to be at least able to dodge the true damage when it comes back, and if possible dodge some stuns, some charms. In other case scenarios, when not against these types of champions with CC or high mobility, I would already be rushing the Road of Ages. Now that I hit my level 6, really easy to get the farm done, to clear the waves, no big deal there. Now, as you can see as well, some side notes, I am maxing my E. I actually took a second point on my Q there, but that was either a mistake or for some reason I was thinking in something and I wanted my Q. I'm not sure at this moment. It could be that I wanted my Q to deal extra damage to the backline minions, so I could clean it easier with just my Q. I don't know. Now you see me there just flashing with my E, activating my ultimate so it gets the frost damage, igniting, and it is an easy kill. And that is the explanation of why I max E when I'm playing Aniva. Many players like to max Q, but to be honest with you, E gives you a better damage output and it's much safer. E is on target spell, so you are not going to miss it, and it's really easy to proc the double damage, since you only need to activate your ultimate under the champion once you click on E. Really great to just poke and to trade in the lane. Of course, that if you hit a Q, you do get the stun and the damage, but nothing is better than just getting in range for your E and activating your ultimate. Also, Q uses more mana, and even to do the camps like I just did, it's better to just use your ultimate and kill the biggest minion with your E, while the small ones die by themselves. Again, here as you can see on the wolf, just using my E and my ultimate. Sometimes I use my Q just to be faster, but if you are kinda managing your mana and having difficulties, you don't need to use your Q, just clean it with your E. After I get my E maxed up, of course I go for my Q. If I see that team fights are coming earlier than expected and that I need to help my team a lot, I will get at least a second point in my wall. The first point in the wall is kinda okay, it is there, but at least the second point of the wall you can already close some of the passages and also help you hit your Q thanks to the change of directory that the enemy champion will have to do. Now, as you can see, my farm, I always focus a lot on the farm when I'm playing Aniva in the mid lane, going with 92, well, let's say 90, around 90 CS at 12 minutes, but going to rapidly increase my farm ratio there, 100 CS basically at 12-13 minutes. Not bad at all. Could be better, but it's not that bad. Knowing that I have a kill and an assist are pretty good numbers. Now here Hecarim comes for a gank. It ended up not going for anything. I wall there. That wall was kinda, I don't know why the hell I placed that wall. Maybe just to avoid Ahri to come back, but she had the Spirit Rush of course. But that would have been a defensive Spirit Rush. Lee Sin ends picking up the kill. I do get another assist. There was about to be a teleport from Gangplank, but he gives up, and Lee Sin does pick up another kill on Echo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that wall was more of a defensive wall, so if Ahri wanted to go back, she had to use Spirit Rush, meaning that her aggressive posture against my teammates would go back to 0, and in the end, well, she ended up dying anyway. Now you can see as well me picking up already Catalyst and Blasting Wind. It's been also moments ago going for the Rod of Ages. Now these two items are basically a must on Aniva. You can swap the rest of the build around depending on the games, but I strongly recommend you to always pick Tear of the Goddess for the Archangel and the Rod of Ages, thanks to the HP, the AP and the synergy with the Archangel. Now Ahri going to the bot lane, getting a triple kill, but I ended up forcing the tower. This is the disadvantage you have as Aniva. Your mobility is rather low, you are a solo champion by yourself. I only had boots level 1, and facing Ahri, she did the right things. She roamed, something that she is clearly better to do as me. Of course, that if I get to the lane, I have a lot of utility for my team, but overall, the roaming potential of Ahri is better. Now here you see me do a big mistake, folks. I'm looking at the top lane, not paying a lot of attention on what's going around me. When I look back, I do see Leona, but as you can see, I ended up getting surrounded by the enemy team and dying. This is something that I strongly recommend you to pay attention. When you go to places without vision, try to keep attention to your champion and to what's around you. I was way too focused on what was going on in the top lane that I walked into a place with no vision, that clearly the enemy team had a ward, at least the way they reacted and ganked me. So I ended up dying there by my own mistake, that would be totally avoided if I was playing with more attention. Here I decided to push the top lane, getting great farms there. Hecarim getting a good shot on Ahri. I see they're all around Drake. There's no point on me going there, so I decide to just push a little bit more. You see me there not placing the wall, seeing how the wall would be, and it ended up saving my life. I saw that the wall at level 2, as I mentioned, would be enough to close that pathway. The enemy teleported trying to kill me, and I just placed the wall, which kinda saved my life. I don't know, maybe I could just stun him or just get away. I had a flash and everything, but either way, if I didn't have flash, if my Q was on cooldown, that would be enough to save my life. Now the enemy team decides to force the mid lane somewhat, but not being able to, thanks to the amazing wave clear Aniva has. Here I kinda tried to bait Ahri. You see the good amount of damage that I have as Aniva there. But yeah, we didn't end up picking up a kill at that moment, but as my teammate joined the fight, we managed to get some good kills. Now Lee Sin there failing an insect with the flash, but it happens to everyone, just not to good players. Kappa? No, I'm joking. It happens to everyone. We end up killing 3 of the enemy players, being able to force the mid lane tower once again, taking the second tier with my first tier tower still up. Great advantage, 9 kills team wise in advantage, already with the Road of Ages, getting a large rod for the extra burst and DPS. Not getting the Archangel at that point, not enough money, but you can see the damage is clearly getting up. As an Aniva that has insane wave clear, if you have nothing to do, folk, just go and clear camps. The faster you level up, you get more utility, more damage. The faster you level up, more money you are getting, for example. Meaning that you will get not just experience advantage, but also that kill though, also item advantage. And that kill was the most retarded thing I saw in the last couple of weeks playing LoL. I got that kill with an auto attack. I mean, whatever. I still watching now, I don't understand how I did get that kill. Anyway, at this point, with 200 CS at 22 minutes, already with enough gold to buy the Archangel, my damage will go really high and you will start seeing me deal insane amounts of damage and making the extra difference to actually ending up winning the game. I mean, basically everybody was kind of winning their lane, but you'll see that the Aniva utility overall is amazing. And I mean, just look at that wave clear. You just go there, you press R, you go away, wave is pushed, and you get the entire minion wave. Now here, always using my E ultimate just to poke the champions, leaving my Qs for stuns like these ones. Of course, not a lot of utility there, but getting it again pretty soon. They won't engage, they are behind us. I'm in a pretty safe spot where I can use my abilities to help my team still. My teammates are doing the pressure. I always try to land those stones. Here I isolate Echo from his team with the wall, giving an easy kill for Caitlyn to pick up. Following up with a second stun on Leona. I don't pick up the kill, neither does my teammates yet, but the damage is there. Here I'm really low and I just expect the right opportunity to go in. I do miss the stun, force the flash from Leona. I do know that I have my egg, but I mean, Lee Sin is also somewhat mad. I was reading his name. Lee Sin is also somewhat low. So in case I would go into egg form, and yeah, being egg form, I could easily just kill him and then kill me as well. So I did decide not to risk it because I don't want to give a double kill to my team, to my enemy team, for no stupid reason. Now I just go be there, ended up picking an instant Rabadons for the extra damage, since it will always give more AP than the Archangel by itself, thanks to the fact that I already have some AP thanks to the Road of Ages. Here we decide to go for Drakes. Going to be the second Drakerino of the game, somewhat late. I mean, 26 minutes, only 2 Drakes, but it's okay. Not the best performance, but better to have us the Drake than the enemy team. Now you can see how easy it is to actually do the blue buff and the camps once you have some damaggio. Aniva's damage is actually kinda underrated. She actually has insane amount of damage once she gets the items, but of course you kinda have to farm and play safe the early game. But still, even falling behind, Aniva can be of utility thanks to her stun, wall and slow overall. Now you see there just a E in my ultimate and I almost one-shotted that Ahri. Almost. If you have a full build, you can literally just one-shot. Yeah, and that's just me getting mad at those recalls. If you got the full build, you literally can just one-shot the enemy AD carries and even mid laners in most cases. So yeah, that's an Aniva for you. No need of ultimate, just your E and your Q and people are dead. Now, there you see me always staying in the back of my team, trying to help them, not getting way too close, even though I do have my passive, but I play it safe, waiting for my abilities to come up. Lee Sin there, doing his job. I end up just throwing a E, easy shot down, double kill on the Echo, and once again you saw the burst of Aniva there on Ahri. Just the E and the ultimate melted that Ahri down, and the ultimate tick at the end ended up picking the kill for me. Already with a lot of gold in the pocket, this is something that I don't recommend you guys to do. I have 2500 gold at this point. I should buy, of course I'm pushing the mid lane, you push the mid lane, but I expect me not to go farm after this. When it comes to a point when you have so much gold, that item you are able to buy makes a huge difference in a future fight. Of course, that if you are just way ahead, of course maybe you would not lost a fight, but just look this. Let's stop the commentary here. Look at this damage. I mean seriously, look at the damage. You throw the wall, he can't do anything. The damage is insane. Wait, and then she comes. I kinda see her. She tries to greet me. I throw a E. Luckily, Hecarim is coming from the mid lane. He runs, and yeah, unreal. He saved my fucking ass. Good job, Eka. How I was saying. Imagine there, for instance, if I had the Archangel and the extra AP, first of all I would have killed GP faster, I wouldn't lose so much HP, and maybe I would have almost one bursted Vayne, would be able to shield me with Archangel and do more damage to her, and possibly even kill her without wasting my passive, and that's exactly the example I wanted to give to you. If you know that you can buy something that will make a difference, almost every time it will make a difference, buy it. Don't just walk around with 3000 gold for no reason. The secret of actually snowballing is not just to kill the opponent 1 or 2 times, is actually to use the advantage, and this is me just getting gangbanged, being way too overextended for my own good without knowing where the enemy team was. Mistake of my part. Careful with the overextend, guys, and look in the minimap. If you don't see anything, always presume they are going to gank you. Even if you get a first blood and a second blood, you kill the enemy two times, you need to use that advantage on your favor. Get the items, use your gold wisely, and stomp them harder. If I killed Ahri 3 times and didn't buy anything, just stayed in the lane, I would maybe have 1 level advantage, but not really a lot of stats since I didn't invest in gold. Here the wall didn't really get what I wanted, but in the end it worked out since it made Vayne be forced to not be in the fight. Now I just flashed there and Vayne, killing her instantly thanks to the amount of AP I already have at this point. And you saw the damage that I followed up on GP. At this level, when you get these items on Aniva, you are a monster. Now I decided to go for hunting guys for later on the Liandry's tournament, in this game, but you can just go Void Staff and then just buy another defensive item, maybe a Zhonya's, a Warmux like Frogan, a Randwin's, anything, because you don't really need a lot more damage. Of course that if you go for Zhonya's you are going to hit even harder, but look at that. That was a good amount of damage. Maybe some magic pen missing, not that Ahri was really that tanky, but yeah, that's a lot of damage for one champion with a ability with such a low cooldown. You can just look at that. Burst health HP bar for someone. I mean, some champions don't do that much damage with the ultimate, so yeah. And you see me trying to talk about the damage that Aniva has and the utility so strongly because I think she is underplayed. She is starting to get played a little bit more lately, but I really think she has a really strong position in the current meta with all the bruisers, juggernauts, if you so want to call them, tanky champions and all that. She is great, a lot of utility. The wall is a unique skill that is amazing when well used. The damage is there, you have AoE damage, you have single target burst, you have CC that can be multiple target CC if you hit more than one with your Q. You have a passive which makes her pretty safe to be played, you won't be feeding as much. You can play her with teleport, you can play her with ignite. Yeah, a lot of builds you can adapt her against tankier people, pick hunting guys like I just did. You can just go for a full burst, sorry guys, a lot of talking, full burst build with the Void Staff and maybe a Luden's Echo or a Zhonya's for that high amounts of AP. In this case, as you can see, if I would pick Zhonya's at this point or Luden's Echo, I would go for the 1000 AP, easy thing. My E would hit for, I can't tell the correct numbers, but I would presumably say that easily 1k, and that was it, 1 E. Guys, as you can see, full build, I would one-shot that Vayne easily, and I know that because I have been playing Aniva a lot and I played it before this season. She was one of my main champions around season 2 or 3 in ranked teams, not sure the season, but it was the second or the third season in ranked teams. I would play her a lot, and still as I came back to her, as you can see, just don't be dumb guys, don't be playing Zeds and Yasu's. Pick something that can help your team. You can win. Where I want to get is that this is a champion that you can stomp your lane. She has the kill potential to do that. It is somewhat anti-feed thanks to her passive. You won't die as much normally, and poof, easy kill, I think. Yep. But not only you can stomp people 1v1, you have a great potential in team fights. You can help your team, and even if you fall behind, you're slow, you're stunned, your base damage, which is pretty good compared to many champions, and your overall utility with the wall and all that, it's great. You can even just bait people thanks to your passive. Most people won't be looking at the fact that you have your egg or not, and you just bait them into their deaths. So, nice wall. Easy E without frost, GG. You can see me, farming is just easy, 324 CS at 38 minutes. Not my personal record, but is there, and I wasn't, at the end of the game I was just already pushing and going for them kills. Now here I'm kinda contemplating what the hell am I going to buy, even though it wouldn't really make that much of a difference. Not being cocky at this point. The game is won. You see me actually with the Zhonya, 965 AP. If I bought the elixir, the blue elixir, it would go over 1000, and yeah, the damage would be there. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even about to say my damage, holy shit. There's a kill, and now comes Leona. Well, Leona is Leona, she's kinda tanky, I won't one-shot Leona. And maybe with a Void Staff it would have dealt more damage, since Hunting Guys does give you flat pen, which is good for champions like Ari and Vayne, but against champions that are more tankier, you do want the Void Staff. Hunting Guys does work a lot with your ultimate. In a team fight, if you have the tanky players and you just have the ultimate over them, then Hunting Guys is insanely good. For burst skills, it's not the best. Now, Vayne there kinda just disappeared. Where is Vayne? Well, nowhere to be found. My friends, the game is about to end here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to die one more time, but you see, KDA is pretty insane, 13, 3, 12. Farming, pretty easy. Damage, see a Gangplank, that's enough. And yeah, it's not an easy champion, I'm not going to lie to you. There you see the wall forcing the ultimate out, otherwise she would be dead. Yeah, this is the part I die. Damn ultimate. I'm trying to survive actually, but yeah. It's not an easy champion, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not like playing Annie in the mid lane. Hitting your Qs needs some practice. You may miss up some walls, and getting the E ultimate combo always right because of the range may be kinda tricky, but the potential is there if you try to learn her. She is really strong and I suggest you should pick her up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know my name has been Zadarkus and this video was made for you. See ya!